I'm cycling down Brandon Lane, approaching the outskirts of Coventry, and I'm heading first of all for Baginton and then to my house in Earlsdon. It's the way I come back when I've been out cycling in Leicestershire, and typically I'm coming back through Earlsdon, Monks Kirby, Brinklow, Bretford and Brandon itself. The real challenge ahead, getting to Baginton, is crossing the A45. It used to be very straightforward, but nowadays it's very difficult and time consuming. There was a time not long ago when there was a gap in the barrier in the central reservation. You can see it in front of you, a diagonal gap, and it was possible to walk across the road when it was clear, use the gap as an island of safety, and do the same on the other side. And this road then continued through the old buildings that were across there into Siskin Drive. But now we've got to take an incredible detour on this cycle path. You can see there are posts stuck in the middle of it. The whole route is characterised by lots of debris. You've got to go across the front of this garage, across the exit, where drivers will be looking to their right and not to their left. It's not too clear where to go here. You now have to enter this apparent cul-de-sac, which is still called London Road. A dreadful surface, house drives on the right, and you then see ahead on the left a sign. You've got to be very careful here. You could have a crash with pedestrians coming the other way. Huge barrier, and eventually you arrive at the A45. We're quite close to the Tollbar Island. It's just off there to the right. I've pressed the button for the Toucan crossing. In my view, this crossing can be quite dangerous. A cycling friend of mine has been hit, I think, on this crossing by cars coming from the Leicester direction down the A46, going straight through the lights at the island, turning left down here and not seeing the lights on the Toucan crossing. Over we go, going even closer towards Tollbar Island to another Toucan crossing. Lots of debris, as you can see. Again, I'm pressing the button. My apologies for the strong sunlight. I'm doing this at about 10 o'clock on a Sunday morning. By this time in the old days I'd have been well on my way to Baginton by now. Right, across we go. And the first thing you see is that there are leaves everywhere, and that the pedestrian side of the track is completely overgrown. Completely overgrown. It's just reappearing now. And I'm working my way around into Siskin Drive, which is the road leading down to the industrial estate, and which again in the old days I could get to very quickly using the method I described. Here it is, Siskin Drive. Very sensibly, there isn't a Toucan crossing here, just an island of safety in the middle, which is all you need. Now from here I'd normally take the road up to my right, Rolly Road, but I'm persisting with this cycle path. You can see there's a barrier right in the middle of it. Incredible, really. My apologies, I'm having to stop. There's a lady on the opposite side of the road facing the Tollbar Island in a four-wheel drive, and she's asking me, is she going in the right direction to Stoneleigh? You saw me point up the road there, and I'm trying to give her directions. I'm not very confident she'll be able to follow them, but I'm doing my best. Right, off we go. And eventually I'm onto Roley Road, pretty bad surface, going up the hill and heading towards Baginton. The airport on the left. Better road. An old trig point on the left there. I'm going to break the video at this point because it's very straightforward to Baginton, and I'll pick it up again just as we're approaching the outskirts of Baginton. Right, we've just gone through the Baginton sign and I'm approaching a mini roundabout at a T-junction, and I'm going to signal right to turn down through Baginton village towards Coventry. Here it is, signalling right. Round we go and into Coventry Road. There's a lot of sleeping policemen, but you can avoid them quite easily by keeping well over to the left. Here's the first of many. We're approaching and going past the Roman fort on the right. And I'm about to start descending Mill Hill, so for the rest of the ride to Earlsdon you can simply look at my video cycling from Baginton to Earlsdon. So I'm stopping here.